We know you're losing weight so you can look better, whatever the that means. Maybe you're just ugly, just a thought, just a thought.
Alright, up next, it's time for Brad vs. TikTok, where I react to the craziest and funniest ideas from the Clock app. Don't forget to hit that like button, and please do consider subscribing. Now, this TikToker says that if you're trying to lose weight, she's mad at you, and you're probably ugly. Let's take a look at what this user, who self-describes as feminist land whale, guys, I'm not being mean. I'm not saying that. That is the username of this account. And she describes herself as a fat, mean, bald, femme lesbian. With all that delightful context, let's watch the video.
I'm so sorry, but if you post that you're trying to lose weight, like, I'm gonna unfollow you. I've had to unfollow so many people this week because everyone is like, I'm taking a new medication for weight loss. I'm doing this new thing for weight loss. I'm doing for weight loss. I'm sick of it. You can be fat and healthy the same way you can be thin and unhealthy. So don't hide behind this facade that your weight loss is all for health benefits, because we know that's not true. We know you're losing weight so you can look better, whatever the that means. Maybe you're just ugly, just a thought, just a thought. But I am so sick of it. I'm so sick of especially you fat bitches currently who have built your platforms on being fat and gained hundreds of thousands, even millions of followers because you've been this body positive queen for people. And now what? You've got the fame, you've got the followers, so you're done. You've got what you wanted, so now you're gonna go turn your back on all these people who have supported you? Get the out of my face.
Okay, so there's a lot to unpack there from the feminist land whale. Again, that's her name for herself. I'm not being mean. Start with the last point, which maybe has a little bit of legitimacy to it, that this person is frustrated with body positivity overweight activists who built a brand online as overweight and proud of it and are now losing weight. There's two ways to look at that. One is that they're hypocrites and frauds, which seems to be this person's perspective. But the other is that they've seen the tragedies pointed out by my friend Blair White.
Just because I'm fat, that doesn't invalidate the things that I say.
She died.
You ready to get supersized?
She died too.
Today I've got the big Fruit Loop.
He's dead.
Join me on my Fat Positive radio show.
Which didn't last long because she died.
And they're waking up and realizing that this was a mistake, and they're putting their health first. I think if it's in the latter category, and as long as they're open that they were wrong and they admit it, that's a good thing. And I welcome them to the right side of this debate and to a healthier and happier life. As for this person's notion that, well, fat people can be healthy and skinny people can be unhealthy, sure, but that doesn't change the fact that being overweight and obese hugely increases your chances of having negative health issues. That's like saying that because somebody can smoke cigarettes and never get lung cancer, and because somebody can never smoke and get lung cancer, then therefore smoking really isn't unhealthy, and what you really need to worry about is just the lung cancer. Like, no, babe, that's not how logic works, okay? Also, she seems so mad that people would want to lose weight to look better. Like why? That's fine. You should be putting your health first, of course, because if you go too far with obsessing over looking good, you can end up making unhealthy decisions, but it's okay to take pride in your appearance and want to look trim and healthy and pursue fitness or diet in order to do that. That's fine if people want to do that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. And no, it doesn't mean that people are ugly, okay? Ultimately, I feel kind of bad for this person because I feel like a lot of her rage is probably coming from a place of insecurity and self-doubt. I hope that she can join the others in the body positivity community who can wake up and see what's going on here before it's too late. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to hit that like button, and please do consider subscribing.
If you do not date fat people because you just happen to view fatness as neutral but not be particularly attracted to it, fine. That's a preference. If you don't date fat people because you think being fat means that they are gross, lazy, live an unhealthy lifestyle, or are embarrassing to be seen with in public, that's fatphobic. But to insist your preference is for people who aren't lazy, sloppy, and disgusting and unhealthy, meaning that means you prefer skinny people because all fat people are those other things, that's actually bigoted. That's actually deciding that one group is all the same because of how they look. Hope that makes sense. Have a good day.
Okay, hear me out, but I kind of agree with parts of this. First, I will state that it is absolutely fine to find fitness and health attractive, and in fact, it's probably evolutionarily ingrained in us. I totally disagree with this activist that we must view fatness as neutral. It's not, it's tragic and it's life-threatening, and for most people, it is not attractive. But if one was to reject fat people or overweight dating partners because of presumptions that they must be unhygienic or gross, I actually agree that that would be mean and uncalled for. You can't really conclude anything definitively about someone's hygiene simply based on their size. Lots of overweight people are perfectly sanitary, so we shouldn't be making those kinds of generalizations or judgments. It's also shitty to be ashamed to be seen with someone because of the way they look. I don't understand or accept that at all. So, to whatever extent those things actually are motivating people's preferences, and I'm not sure it's a very significant extent, but to whatever extent it is the case, I do agree that that's not good. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to hit that like button.